we sat there and contemplated being those fans, those crazy fans,
Man,
of
we
going
could totally
up.
just take their clothes right now. They're sweaty clothes.
And then when they go to like put their outfits on and realize that one of the members doesn't have their piece of clothing, we would be to blame.
Hey, it's Sammy.
It's Shelly.
And we're back.
We are going to do a vlog because we just got out of watching Bring the Soul. So, any army out there? Hey.
What's good?
We just wanted to kind of share our feelings about how we felt when watching the movie.
Michelle made a list during the movie.
I did because I knew that I would forget what I wanted to say.
It's a lot to decompress. So Jungkook was first crying because his voice cracked during
Right.
Euphoria,
Yeah.
and I was really upset about it. They didn't even notice he made a mistake.
Yeah. Fans don't notice when they make these mistakes, and they do because they do the performances over and over again. But us as fans, I hope they realize, like, we're not judging them because, oops, your voice cracked, or whoops, you forgot a step. And because those aren't things that we notice. We're just excited and enjoying the concert because of the high intense performance that they do.
I forgot who it was, but someone said like they missed like 2 verses in I'm Fine when they were performing that night.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we're the ones who should be bowing down apologizing. Yeah. He's crying because his voice cracked a little bit.
I think we're just so excited to see them and we're singing along with them.
Right.
That little mistakes like that don't tend to be noticed by fans.
They're human. It's going to happen to anybody.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody is going to do 100% all the time.
Right.
So,
as marvelous as he is, and
he's
great as he
he's
is
JK.
at everything,
he can do everything.
Little mistakes.
You are allowed to make mistakes too, Jungkook.
I understand what that's like to want to do your best.
Yeah.
You know, you put pressure on yourself. So. Suga's music.
Yes.
Oh.
When he was sitting in the hotel and he was producing music at that moment, and they were giving us clips of some samples that he was doing, and
I was sitting here and we were looking at each other like, what?
What's this? What's
dope.
coming out? Like, is this gonna be his own music that he's doing, or is it for a new album?
It sounded so good.
It sounded so good. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I hope that we hear it in the future.
Yeah, is there like is he about to drop a little for just
another
solo?
Yeah, he hasn't dropped a solo in quite a while.
It's about time. I know other people on Twitter are speculating. So if he does, I'm gonna be so excited.
Me too.
Because I listen to Tony Montana almost every morning on my way to work. Hello? Are they walking too? Yoongi working out in the gym.
That was hilarious. He has like his moments where he just kind of comes out and like out of nowhere, because normally he's very serious.
Yeah, he just
he doesn't joke a lot, and then he just says one thing. He's like that one-liner that is,
and then you're
hilarious.
just like, and he kills it so every time.
Every time. It was just funny to see him working out, and the fact that he said he had low muscle mass, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just itty bitty.
He's like,
I mean, just me at the gym.
And Jim is just sitting there watching him, laughing. Like, the next one's kind of a big one.
This is where the whole educational part that I was talking about comes into play. Is when Jin ended up going, I think it was to a zoo or something. I think it was in London. Was it in London or Germany?
It was in Germany.
And he was saying how when he's in Korea, he can go anywhere without security. But when he's in other countries, he has to always bring security with him.
And a manager.
And I mean, I get it. You know, you're in a new city, you don't really speak their language, and
you know there's
don't
going
know
to be
how
a lot
safe
of
it's going to
fans
be.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that, but it's also really sad to know as a fan that they can't just go anywhere they want to without being recognized and without people
bombarding them.
Yeah. And kind of thinking it's maybe a message.
Yeah.
To maybe step back a little as ARMY and not try and force yourself at them. If you see them out, just respect them from afar.
Because we've seen it with like videos of them in the like airports being ambushed. And it's just like,
that's insane. It's fine if you want to see them, go to the airport, support them,
but do it respectfully. Don't chase them.
Yeah, don't chase them. Don't get in their face with the cameras. It's not respectful to them at all. You want to be an awesome ARMY, an awesome fan, then step back.
You don't want someone, you wouldn't want someone stalking you.
Right.
Like, if it was you could easily, try and call the police and get something done. They can't do
Trust
that.
me, even if it was BTS and they were stalking you, as cool as that sounds, just imagine if they were there every day, like in your face, with a camera, wanting to record your every move or ask you 50 questions all at once. Trust me, it would get annoying after a while, regardless of, how much you like
and for
somebody.
anybody who has anxiety, nonetheless, like, that would just send me into a panic attack.
Yeah.
So the next thing was the Prudential Center.
Oh.
Because they were going to each city, and then they showed the Prudential Center.
Which, let's give you a little story about last year at the Prudential Center. Why were we down there to begin with?
For the...
the Supernatural Convention.
Yes.
So, we tried to see if we could get tickets, because they had added Citi Field after the Prudential. And we had tried to get tickets to Citi Field, but they had sold out too quick. And we didn't really know about it, so... because new ARMY at that point... But we ended up going to the Supernatural Convention, and we knew that they were playing at the Prudential Center, which is like, in Newark, so it was just maybe like 10-minute drive, I think, from our hotel, where we were staying in Secaucus. We went to the Prudential Center.
We went and got dinner.
Yeah. And we're like, let's go to the Prudential Center. Maybe we can have a chance to at least see them or see what this is all about. And we went there, and we're like, all right, let's find somewhere to eat, because the concert was still going on. I didn't even realize the concert started that early, because I'm used to going to shows that start at like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Theirs started, I think, at like, 6 o'clock? 6 or 7?
It was done by...
Yeah, it was done by 9.
Yeah.
So we were sitting there eating, and all of a sudden we saw ARMY start walking into this place that we were eating. We're like... shit, are they like, did the concert already stop?
Yeah.
So we like hurried up and finished our meal, and when we walked out, we walked around the building, and we're like, where should we sit down and wait? So we went over to this one spot. We found this one spot to sit at a curb. All the fans are just out. They're waiting for their rides.
Yeah,
everywhere.
We weren't about to drive back to the hotel in the crazy traffic either.
No.
We're like, we're going to wait this out.
We're just going to wait this out.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going in the city, so we just sat there. And we watched all the fans leave, come and go, blah, blah, blah. And then all the fans kind of disappeared, and
there were a lot of limos in the I remember our parking lot across the main street, and everybody was like watching, waiting to see if it was gonna be like,
because we had thought at that point, there's no way that BTS could have left by now, so we're sitting out there waiting just to see if they would come out and if we could have a chance to see them.
Well, but then we went to the back, all the way in the back where like their equipment trucks were coming and going, because that was the most quiet area.
It was quiet there, and we saw a bunch of vehicles come in and out, a bunch of the buses coming in and out, so we're like, maybe they're in there. So every time a bus would go by, we'd be like, is that them? But it was never them. It was just always crew members.
We were sitting on the corner, and this was back when I smoked cigars, and there was this one guy he was obviously working for them, and he had a cigar, and him and I were like, he was like, hey, like, we're both smoking cigars, like, and it was like a little vehicle that they had, and they were
it was a laundry vehicle, like a pickup laundry vehicle, and they had these big bags like full of clothing,
like those laundry carts that they're throwing in,
and so we're watching them, and we're like, I bet you anything that's BTS's clothing right there. They're dirty clothing that they go and wash so that they can wear them for the next performance. And sure enough, that's what it was. It
definitely was.
That little
left
vehicle,
alone
it was
for a while.
It was
door in the back wide open.
It was wide open. we sat there and contemplated being those fans, those crazy fans.
Yeah. We could totally just take their clothes right now.
They're
sweaty clothes.
And then when they go to like put their outfits on and realize that one of the members doesn't have their piece of clothing, we would be to blame. So we're like, no, we can't do this. We can't be that sort of fan. That's too crazy. Plus, and creepy.
Me and Cigar Man.
Yeah.
We're homies. I think he knew he could trust us.
But we realized like all these people that were walking by us were crew members, and they just kept looking at us.
They were They were so friendly.
They were
smiling
super
and
friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then do you remember that one girl? This one girl in her heels, clank, 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 coming up to us, and she has like this food in her hand, and she's like, "Are you guys waiting for BTS?" And we're like, "We wish." Like, we're like, "No, we're just sitting here." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And she's just running around like she's
everywhere trying
like
to
on
find
crack
them.
Or something. She was running around
trying to go in the back door.
Yeah, it was insane. So I thought she worked for them, but then Sam was like, no, I think she was just some like Sassang? Is that what they call them? Like those types of fans. I think she was one of them because she was chaotic. Yeah. Very chaotic and running around all over the place. Every door, I think, on the building she checked. But so weird. When they finally put out the videos, like the vlogs that they put on Twitter, and I noticed the timestamp. I think it was actually Jungkook's GCF video. I looked at the timestamp of when they were at the Prudential Center, and I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!" They left probably like 10 minutes before we had gotten to where we sat.
At the exact spot that we were chilling.
Exact spot that we were sitting. That's where they got into. So we could have seen them.
Damn it!
Could have had their laundry.
But we're good people.
We are good people. We
laundry.
don't steal laundry. So then, I guess the last topic we'll talk about, because this is getting pretty long.
Yeah.
So they were showing them having fun.
Yeah.
They were laughing, having a good time, and I'm sure they do. I'm sure they feel very blessed to have this life.
Yes.
But you could also see the very sad moments in their life where they realize that they're super famous, and that is their life. That is their life. And that's why I feel like us as ARMY need to respect them more, because we are basically all they have right now at this point. They don't even get to see their friends and family as much as they see their fans.
Like on Christmas and Korean holidays, like they miss all of that.
They miss it all for us.
Yeah. And it's sad. Like you could see, when they were talking about it, you could see like the sadness on their face.
Yeah,
like they
in their eyes,
want to
you
spend
could
this
see
time with
like,
their family.
Yeah,
you never know, especially when it comes to your family, who's going to be there tomorrow. So they miss out on that valuable family time, and they're spending a lot of that time with ARMY.
Yeah,
performing and doing things for us. So that's like part of the whole respect thing.
Yeah,
like respect if you see them in public, don't chase after them. Like there are examples of people who have seen them out in public and respectfully done things. Like what that girl do, she like started whistling one of their songs.
Yeah, I remember reading something. She was whistling one of their songs. I think it was in a museum. She saw Namjoon. And she just kept her distance, but she like sang part of their songs, whistled it, something like along those lines. And he just kind of looked at her and smiled, but he knew. Yeah. He was like, okay, that's ARMY, and she's being respectful right now. So I'm going to show her the attention she deserves.
That's the way to do it. Don't chase up to somebody. But I don't know, it was funny. I thought it was really funny when they all took that shot. Tay acted like he was J-Hope. He's like, I think he's going into cardiac arrest. And then like, Jungkook was like, I didn't take mine yet. It was
funny. You can tell that they're like a funny group of guys, and it'd be so cool to know them personally. And they're so great. They're just so great.
And they're all so beautiful. The whole time I was like,
yeah, I know. Taeyang stepped onto the camera, and I was just like, melt my heart.
They're all beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
They're beautiful, and they have beautiful souls, and we should cherish them.
Whoever they end up with is going to be the luckiest person.
Yeah. I just hope that they take things a little bit easier. I know they're on a 2-month break now. Yeah. But I'm also kind of wondering, because they're such workaholics, like how much of it is an actual break for them. But like, don't break the bones in your body for us, please. Like, take care of yourselves.
Please. We want you to rest and take care of yourselves. Like, it's okay to take a break. We will still be here.
You want us to do that. Like, they always say, like, tell Army to take care of ourselves.
Yeah,
so
you keep telling us to take care of ourselves.
We're going to tell you to take care of yourselves. So that's our message.
Yes.
So
we'll end this here because this is getting pretty long.
Time to go get some wine since they were drinking wine.
Oh, man. I know. Now I want some wine and dessert.
We're going to go get some wine and dessert to end this night. So
don't forget to
like comment, subscribe, and hit that ding to be notified when we post. Bye.
Go see the movie. Bring